I'd like to call this meeting of the Architectural Review Board and City Planning Commission to order. Can we rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, please?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Wetke,
Here.
Hunter,
Here.
Stacko,
Here.
Boardman,
Here.
Geisling, Meinel, Schroeder.
Here. We've got approval of the minutes from June 20th, 2024. Has everybody had a chance to review those? Any additions or corrections?
So moved. Second.
We got a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Then the first item on our agenda, we need to reopen the public hearing. So I'm going to read my little spiel here. Notice is hereby given that a public hearing will be held before the Plan Commission of the City of Elkhorn on July 11th, 2024 at 6 p.m. or soon thereafter as the matter may be heard in the council chambers, city administration offices, 311 Seymour Court, Elkhorn, Wisconsin, for the purpose of hearing all interested parties, their attorneys or agents with respect to the application submitted by Tim Baker of BK Property Management for a conditional use permit to allow outdoor storage of landscape materials and equipment located at 1950 North Wisconsin Street. The property is more precisely identified by the following tax ID number, YMC 00021. So I'm opening this public hearing. Is there anybody that'd like to speak? I don't know.
Tim with BK Property Management, so I guess,
Yeah, if you want to, there, or you could use the podium too, either, whatever's.
I'm Tim with BK Property Management, so I'm just here to hopefully get this straightened out. I got a new plan in to present to you guys and see if there's anything additional you need from me to be able to move forward.
Okay, great. Thanks, Tim. Allison?
Yes, thank you very much. I have been working with BK Landscape. They have submitted a new landscape plan that I feel better satisfies the requirements of the city. So as we discussed at the last Plan Commission meeting, BK Landscape is requesting a conditional use permit for outdoor storage. In the attached site plan, you will see that they will be installing a 4-foot high aluminum, like wrought iron black fencing. We do have a fencing requirement that fencing in the street yard needs to be open style and it needs to be a certain amount away from the property line. So he has satisfied that. To help better screen and buffer the outdoor storage, he will be adding in a landscaping buffer as well of arborvitae to help with the screening, since the fencing does have to be an open style fencing.
Does anybody have any questions or recommendations? Any questions for Mr. Baker? And you're recommending approval?
I am recommending approval with a few conditions. Of course, that the project should be developed with the site plan. The outdoor storage of materials and equipment shall remain inside the fencing with adequate screening from public. The proposed landscape buffer and fencing shall be completed within 90 days of approval. The property owner shall apply for a fence permit with the zoning office. Applicant shall provide reimbursement to the city of Elkhorn for all costs incurred by the city for review of this conditional use permit, and any expansion of outdoor storage areas in the future shall require Plan Commission approval.
Do you have any problems with those conditions,
None
Mr.
at all.
Baker?
No.
You're good to go?
I would be fine with that, yes.
Okay. Any questions? Can I get a motion?
Are we still in,
We should probably close the public hearing. Is that what
Yes.
you're saying? I'll close the public hearing.
I
All
move
right.
to approve with staff recommendations. I'll second it.
We had a motion, a second. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Project's approved. It'll move on to the council for final approval. Will that be on Monday's agenda?
No, it will not. It will be
Okay.
on the following council agenda.
Okay, great.
And you'll notify me when that is?
I sure will.
Okay.
Should be fifth.
Yeah, the 5th.
August now. Okay, 5th of August. Okay. Thank you very much.
You bet.
Tim.
Our next item is Chad Bruss, Midwest Property Holdings, vacant lot on Morrissey Drive, for a site plan architectural review. Alice, how do we want to go about this, Alice?
If you'd like, we do have Warren Hansen here. He is more than welcome to introduce the project, and then Naomi and I can go over everything as well after that.
Okay. Warren?
Thank you. Yes, I'm here tonight to introduce this project. It's roughly a 9,700 square foot warehouse facility. There'll be a lot of trucks in and out of there, but that's what it is. It's a warehouse facility on 2.8 acres of land. The requirement here on this site was to use the city's speed limit for stormwater, and that was, I got tripped up on that a little bit because I thought we had a regional basin there down there, and that wasn't. So anyway, we had to go back to the drawing board, and we had to put a larger basin in, stormwater basin. Roughly the footprint of that is a little bit bigger than the building actually, but it fits anyway. And there's a large parking area there shown on the picture up there. And that's all going to be a 6-inch concrete pavement with a 30-foot access road. There's not many employees here. There's probably going to be about 5 to 6, I believe is what they indicated to me. There's an office on the east side, and then there's 6 docks there, and then there's a plan to expand the building for up to 2 more docks. But once you get over 12,000 square feet on this, then it would have to be sprinklered, and that wasn't their intention on the site. So the maximum that would be expanded would be about 2,600 more square feet. So, and then we have a place also, they want a place for some future truck charging stations, whenever we get there with that. We got, I think 11 or 12 6-foot trees that are big, Black Hill spruce. They want them all to match. That'll be a nice something to break it up a little bit. And I think everything else is on there that shows where it is. I got a 1-foot contour map that's shown on there for the grading. The eave heights in the front are like 21 feet, and the eave in the back is 15, so all the water will run to the grass area behind it, splash block, and then run down into the stormwater basin. I brought along tonight the panels that they intend to use, and these are substantial. That's an insulated steel wall panel, exterior wall panel. The upper color and surface is this, and it's really, they slip in this way, vertically. You've probably seen them before. And the inside is already liner panel, so it's both covered in one operation. And that's a 3-inch rigid insulation. It's an R24. So it does a good job for that. You can get a roof panel like that too, but it's better to put bats and a vapor barrier up there than it is to put those up there. Yeah, this wouldn't be sprinklered. There is an existing service out there about the middle of the lot. Utilities are also behind it. There's about a little bit less than an acre, almost an acre of land to the north of this that drains across this property too. So we're taking that acre and bringing it basically into the stormwater basin. And even, so we made the stormwater basin even large enough so it could handle that, along with a little bit part of the site that doesn't get there because of the drainage stuff, because of the contour. I think that's pretty much sums it up. They want to be able to move. We got the plans at the state already as far as the building plans go, and he has contractors more or less lined up. He's planning to move fairly quickly. So I think it would be a nice facility, another warehouse for it. So that's it. Any questions?
Yeah, anyone have any questions for Warren?
I just have one question. Do you know approximately how many trucks are going to be going in and out of there on a daily basis? Did they say?
I don't, but the operations basically is, we have bigger trucks coming in and delivering and warehousing, but then we also have trucks coming to pick up things and delivering them out to stores and other places. So that there will be a fair amount of them. Can't tell you exactly how many, but I guess 30, 40 trucks a day at least. I'm thinking, maybe not quite that much, but I don't have that answer.
Any other questions? Okay, we'll get back in. Allison, you want to start on this?
Sure. If it's okay, I'll have Naomi start on her engineering review. It was a little bit more extensive than mine.
Sure. In your packet is a review of the first site plan that we received. My review dated June 17th is mainly focused on stormwater management for the site, as Warren had mentioned. The requirements for Elkhorn are more stringent than DNR and most other communities. So just making sure that we're meeting those release rates that Elkhorn requires for the site. And then I had just a few comments on some details on the plans that I'd like to see in relation to a sanitary manhole used for sampling, and then some typical comments regarding our financial surety that's required for the site, and stormwater maintenance agreement that we also require. So I've talked with Warren several times about the stormwater. I do know that he submitted updated plans yesterday, and a few follow-up sheets today with some I's dotted and T's crossed. And so unfortunately, I have not had a chance to review those in detail to see if they meet the requirements for stormwater and if they address all the concerns on my review letter. Just taking a look at the plans, he has increased the size of the stormwater basin without affecting the site plan from the plan that you see in your packet. So if all those calculations work out under my review, I wouldn't expect the site plan to change. But to date, I haven't reviewed the new site plan.
Do you see any huge red flags, or once you're through with your review, you think they've answered the questions you had?
Yeah, it just, as Warren was mentioning, the addition, is that accounted for in the stormwater calcs? The future addition of the building?
For the addition of the building,
Mm-hmm.
that's a small addition, about a quarter of the existing building.
So are you going to plan ahead for that in the stormwater pond, I guess is?
It's oversized now, so it'll take it.
Okay, I'll check on that when I do my review.
Yeah.
Okay,
then the
and
other
comment
things
on
you
that.
mentioned are the sampling manhole and all the other things are in the plan.
Are provided in the plan set. No, I don't see any red flags. I see there's some room to expand the pond for the addition if we need to do that.
Okay. I guess I'm hoping we can approve this on the condition that you sign off on it. And is that possible?
Yes, that's possible for me.
If I could
Allison?
just jump in,
Yeah.
it's at the Plan Commission's discretion this evening, but the plans came in after I had left Elkhorn yesterday. I have not had a chance to review them at all. I have not opened them or done any review. So for me, I do not feel comfortable approving this tonight.
Even with the condition that you would get your chance to review it and approval?
That is up to you this evening. If there's a condition made that staff can review the project, and if there's any concerns, they have to be addressed. We could go that route, but unfortunately, with the plans coming in yesterday afternoon and some still even today, I just have not had adequate time to take a look at it, unfortunately.
Warren?
Do we have a meeting scheduled for next Thursday, the 18th?
I don't believe so. That's my concern, that I hate to hold them up till into August.
The next meeting would be August 1st.
Yeah.
I would like to say though, Allison, that the plan itself, the building and the site plan and the dimensions and everything on the site plan is the same other than the stormwater basin. And that, so I had to submit the whole plan, but everything that you had reviewed originally that you said was no problem, basic other than her, is the same.
Does anybody have any questions?
I mean, I'd recommend tabling it if we can meet next Thursday. That just gives 1 week, she can look at what she has to. It's a suggestion.
Whatever the consensus is.
Well, I feel more comfortable of allowing our zoning officer and our engineer to have a week to inspect it, and I would be more comfortable in scheduling a special meeting for next Thursday, the 18th. And if there's no red flags,
Okay, that would work for me. Is everyone on board with that?
Yes.
All right, so we need a motion to table, I'm guessing,
Make a motion to table till next week?
or to postpone rather
Oh,
than table.
postpone?
Until November
Until-
18th. November, July. Good rushing things in.
Kind of a long way,
Yeah,
till July.
if the motion is to postpone it till the 18th, I will second it.
got a motion and a second. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right,
Okay, Warren, we will hold a special plan commission meeting next Thursday, the 18th at 6 p.m. Okay? Hopefully we can get this taken care of at that point.
Warren, have you submitted 100% of what's needed?
Have I what?
Have you submitted 100% of what is needed?
Yeah, they have everything that I submitted it yesterday, and then I saw a couple little numbers that were wrong. And so I fixed them, and that's the only thing I supplemented with. That one sheet change. But they have everything.
the Baker too. For this one. Okay. All right, are we all set on that one? There we go, all right. All right, we've got our last item, Jose Martin, Quality Detail at 320 North Washington Street. We've got a public hearing, so I'll read my notice again. Notice is hereby given that a public hearing will be held before the Plan Commission of the City of Elkhorn on July 11th, 2024 at 6 p.m. or soon thereafter, as the matter may be heard in the council chambers, city administration offices, 311 Seymour Court, Elkhorn, Wisconsin, for the purpose of hearing all interested parties, their attorneys or agents, with respect to the application submitted by Jose Martin, quality detail for a conditional use permit to allow vehicle detailing, boat detailing, and window tinting located at 320 North Washington Street. The property is more precisely identified by the following tax ID, YUNW 00005. So the public hearing is open. Like,
Hello,
to-
I'm Jose, owner of Quality Detail. We've been in business for 3 years, and we recently acquired a shop that we want to use for our business, and I would just like to get approval from you guys.
Any questions for Jose? Anyone else for the public hearing? We'll close the public hearing, and Allison.
Thank you. Yes, Jose has filed for a conditional use permit for approval of vehicle detailing, boat detailing, and window tinting operations. This detailing service would strictly be cleaning, washing this equipment. There would be no painting or anything like that. It would just be a area where they can bring boats in, clean them, get them ready for the customer, and then move them right back out. Same with vehicles for cleaning and then window tinting. The applicant has stated they will have business operations Monday through Friday, no operations on weekends. There will be one full-time employee and one part-time employee working on site. The current building does have bathrooms, plumbing, all of that, and then they will not be having any outdoor storage. If there is anything outside, it will only be kept there daily, not overnight. So you may see a boat parked outside for a very short period of time. From that point, it will not stay on site. So in our code of ordinances, we do not have a specific ordinance that classifies car or auto detailing as a conditional use. However, there are very similar uses classified in our conditional use chart that would be as similar as I could get to car detailing. So I did have the applicant apply for a conditional use based upon our ordinance requirements. And our ordinance does state that the zoning administrator shall have the right to permit any other use and have an interpretation of use, provided that the proposed use is similar and compatible to those uses within the chart, which is why I did request we move forward with a conditional use permit. I am recommending approval with the following conditions listed on the screen.
At one time, that was a body shop for Fred Yankee. I would move for approval, to include the recommendations by the zoning officer of A through E.
Second. Got a motion and a second. Any questions for Allison or?
I just have one question, Allison. I know you said that nothing would remain outside for more than 24 hours or parked overnight. I do see that one of the conditions would be, it says 48 hours, so I don't know
Yeah.
if we want to specify that it's 24 rather instead of 48 hours.
I did give a little bit of a buffer in there. I did put 48 hours. However, that's open to interpretation if you feel it needs to be changed. I just didn't want to be so entirely strict that in the event that, something comes up, maybe somebody can't pick up their boat right within 24 hours. I didn't want to have them run into any problems, but open to interpretation.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Most of the stuff we're gonna have inside anyway, so, yeah.
I would keep it at 48 myself, just in case, solely based on
we're recommending, or we've made the recommendation of them not to be doing it on 2 days. So there is a possibility that somebody may not be there for 2 days. So I think 48 is more reasonable than 24. Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? You've got your approval. It will go to city council in 2 weeks.
Yes, August 5th, I believe, you'll be on the council agenda.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Do we have any general discussion items?
I don't have anything.
Okay, and then everyone should make a note that we are going to meet next Thursday, July 18th, 6 p.m. And the other dates, August 1st, August 15th, are on this week's agenda. So, motion to adjourn,
So moved.
second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We're adjourned.